Hello, fellow stock traders. Tis I, TheRumpledOne. And I'm back here. Yeah, it's still Saturday, March the 22nd. The year's 2025. And I'm making another video. Kind of want to help answer some questions. And I'll talk about price action. One trader said, you know, if you could only trade one direction, which direction would you trade and why? Well, once again, it's one of those, it depends if you're trading long term or short term. If I'm trading short term and I'm day trading, I might do some shorts. But long term, I would look pretty much for going long. But once you pick a direction, that's the only way you can trade. And if anybody knows about my drain the banks like a rat, see the rats beat the Yale students. You can look this up because they're in the T-shaped maze. The rats always turn left, and they got the cheese about 60% of the time. Whereas the Yale students were trying to figure out the pattern, and they got the cheese about 52% of the time. So the Yale students got outsmarted by a rat. So that kind of taught me something. Once you pick a trade direction, just stick with it, especially if you're trading intraday. So yeah, those shorts might look tempting, but especially if you're a beginning trader, just pick one trade and just sit on your hands and wait. You see the price going down, just wait till it gets to your levels that you're then you look for your signal. So first, the price needs to be at a level where you want to take the trade, and then second, you wait for your signal to take a trade. So for example, I just popped in another little filter here. So go to filter exchange, positive closes, and stock fetcher. I don't know why you like to do that to me. You guys saw what happened there, so I have to do it this way. So what was that? Oh, okay. Um, and so what I'm doing here is I'm still showing turn trades, but I'm not selecting on it. But then price action trade, low below previous low and close above previous close. That's pretty strong. So in other words, say for today, price makes a lower low than the previous day, but it closes above the previous day's close. That's a pretty strong price action move. And then I like to do the high minus the previous close to find out, when I look at the charts, will I be able to make or have an opportunity to make money? And once again, you can change these price values. So I just put between 0.90 and 5. I don't want any stocks that have less than 1 million shares per day over the last 30 days. And I want to find those stocks where there was a lower low today, but a higher close. So, and then I'm going to draw a couple of these histograms, and I'll show you how this works. You can use this to look at the chart and say, hey, yeah, this stock looks like a winner compared to the other ones. And for some reason, it likes to do this. But if you click on it, it'll then show you the stocks. And you see we got a bunch. And there's that holo again. So let's just go ahead and click on it. And we'll just go through the charts. So here, lower low, higher close. So that's what happened here. We had a lower low, higher close. And so then you look at the next day. Was there an opportunity to make money? If I bought at the closing price, could I have sold it higher than what I paid for it? You can see there, you could have made a nice little profit. And then you come here. Here's the next time. You can see small profit. And here's the next time we had a lower low. And there, nope, you wouldn't have made any money that day. So that's how you can use that. And the next stock, open. So right here, you see that lower low, higher close, boom, the next day, nice move. And then here we go again, but not so not too much. So you can see here, there was an opportunity. Let's see, lower low here. See, the next day, not an opportunity, but in the future, if you waited a few days, it paid off. So that's how you can use this. Now, of course, you can then extend the filter to only show these stocks. And then right here, this green line is the highest or the lowest high over the past 4 weeks. And you can see how it was dropping there, dropping. And so I like to use those rather than squigglies, the stochastics, the MACDs, the RSIs, the DMIs, all those formulas that I just use high, open, low, close, maybe the midpoint. Sometimes I'll do pivot trades, fade to pivot on stocks. But for the most part, I've gotten away from all that esoteric formula based stuff because this is just simple math, simple plots. And they're not going to change, on the time frames, Yeah, if you're looking at the 1 hour chart, yeah, you'll get the 1 hour highs. But for the daily, no, it's not going to be like if you get a moving average on the daily and then you look at the weekly, one says it's trending up, the other says it's trending down. No, I've left that nonsense behind. So here we go again. So here's an opportunity right there. So if you would have bought at the close, you could have made a couple of pennies. And so you can see here, these are very specific trades where, it doesn't happen every day where you get that lower low, higher close. But that's usually a sign of strength, especially if you're trading intraday and you're looking at, say, a 15-minute or 5-minute or even 1-minute chart. You'll see those areas where if you have charting where you can actually, in Forex, I actually mark the wicks, like a higher or a lower low with the higher close. I'll put a blue wick on it. And so if price is over here and you look left and you see, hey, it's in a blue wick zone, it's done that before, then you can say, okay, do I have a trigger? I have a trigger, I'll take that long. It's really simple. When you have these things down. Now, some people will say, if you want to trade, it's like, okay, so long as the close is going above the previous close, it's, and then you let that candle close, that you'll be having a move. But I like to see that what some people call a sweep, where price came down and sweep that low and then came back up. So sometimes they call it stop hunting and whatever story they want to, tell themselves. Let's just keep going through here. So here you had the signal. Next day, money. Here you had the signal. Not as much. Here you had the signal. It didn't work that time. Here's the signal. It worked again. And then you didn't get a signal till just recently. And sometimes on these stocks, you might wait a day or two because they're bouncing, from a lower low up. It's just something to keep in mind. And, once again, if you haven't traded these stocks, then, you don't go in with a full position, maybe a half position or quarter position. So like here's one here, there's that signal and boom. And once again, it was, it was below that 4-week lowest high line that I like. Have stocks moving up, and right there was a turn trade. There's a turn trade there. See, it kept turning, flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. Finally, boom. I know I sound like John Madden talking with that boom stuff. Let's see here, we had it barely. And once again, for me, I'm just messing around. I might these little stocks. I'll trade 1,000 shares. If I can make, $20 or whatever, then the next time I can maybe trade 1,010 shares, 1,020 shares. And you can just ramp up the account that way. And I'm just doing this for the fun of it. Something to do. And here you can see, once again, there was money to be made here, nice, here, little money, here, money again, here, money, here, money, here, money. So, what's that? SANA, don't even know, a biotech stock. But you can see here, it's it crossed above that, the lowest high over the past 4 weeks, then dropped below it. It looks like it's going to try and go back up. Lucid Group. Okay, we had it here, not much. We had one here. That's like a nice little haul, about 18 cents on a $2 stock. That's not a bad move. And we were getting it again, but you can see here now we're getting to the highest 4-week low. I like to stay away from that. And if you're shorting, this is where I would look for a short right here. But you're not going to short a $2 stock. At least I wouldn't. So here, barely. And then you got a signal here, a nice jump if you bought at the close, nice gap up. And then here, actually, I would have lost money on that one. Here, a couple of pennies on a $2 stock. Actually, it's more than a couple pennies. Unfortunately, StockFetcher doesn't show what that is. That looks like 4 cents. That's about a 2% return. Here we go. There's a nice little move. It's like 12 cents. Here we go. There was a chance to make 7 cents on a $2 stock. I know some people out there are going to just laugh and go, oh, he's just playing for pennies and peanuts or whatever. But, if you can churn this sucker over and over again, and remember, this is for the traders that don't have that 25,000 or more in their account. They can't day trade, but they would like to trade every day. So, and maybe make profit, not sit in a trade. And of course, if you sit in a trade longer, you can make money, but some people don't want to, because once again, if you have an open trade, your money is at risk. And so here, that looks like a loser. Here, a little win. And then we got another one. So here, ooh, that would have been a nice win. It's like 16 cents on a $2 250 stock. Nice return. Here we go again. That's about a dime. So a dime on a $2 stock, that's 5% return on your money. I mean, if you did that once a quarter, that's 20% per year. You know how many of the pros you beat if we had a 20% per year return? And here you go. Here's another one. 4 cents. So I hope you can see how this is working here. Here's one. It made a new low, came back up. There's a few pennies to be made there. Here, just a few. Here. And then here again, no. And then let's say you bought here, then you just held on and you were rewarded the next day, and then it signaled again. So anyway, you can see here was a nice move. Here, it looks like it gapped up, ran up. And the other thing is, you can do this in pre-market and post-market, because sometimes that's where you might even get your best price. And once again, there was some movement there. And I'll just flip through. But you can run these when you go out to StockFetcher yourself. So, fellow traders, remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. May all your fills be complete. Rumpled One over and out.